Fantasy football. Are players wasting your roster spots? Imagine having a secret weapon on your team that can turn your season around. Now, think about how you manage injured players on your roster. Are you holding onto them too long, or are you making smart moves? That's what we're here to figure out today. When you see a player listed as injured reserve, it means they are officially hurt and will be out for a while. But that doesn't mean you should automatically drop them. Injured reserve slot is there to help you keep valuable players who are temporarily sidelined. It's designed for players with injuries that take multiple weeks to heal, like torn ACLs or broken bones. If you just drop injured players, you might lose a star who could return and help your team later. Keeping them on injured reserve can be a smart move if their recovery time is long and their fantasy value is high once they return. But not all injuries are worth holding onto. If a player's injury is minor or their return date is uncertain, it might be better to drop them and pick up someone else. For example, if a wide receiver sprains an ankle and is expected to miss only a week, it's usually better to replace him temporarily. But if a star running back tears an ACL and is out for the season, putting him on injured reserve keeps your options open for when he returns, which could be months later. The key is to evaluate each injury carefully. How long will the player be out? Will they come back at full strength? Will they still produce at a high level? Studies show that players often perform worse after serious injuries, so weigh that into your decision. Using the injured reserve slot wisely is like playing chess. You want to hold onto players who can help you later, but not clog your roster with injured players who won't return soon. Also, remember that league rules vary. Some leagues give you multiple injured reserve spots, while others only have one. Knowing your league's rules helps you decide how many injured players to stash. So, are injured reserve players wasting your roster spots? Not necessarily. If you manage them well, they can be a real advantage. The trick is to judge each injury case by case, weigh the recovery timeline, and keep your roster flexible. That way, you're not just holding injured players for the sake of it, but using the injured reserve slot as a strategic tool to strengthen your team over the long haul.